Si, senor. Very important to be prepared when the opportunity comes. Yeah, if you're not prepared, you might be in a lot of trouble. And people be watching you, they just think you're crazy. They listen to your voice and they say, where did you have mucho loco, senor? They think you be drinking the water there with your horses.
So, your show name?
Tolpen the Terrific. I was teaching a magic class, and one of the things when we're teaching magic classes is we ask our students to come up with a magic name, and we kind of have a listing of different things. Some of them are alliterative, like Tolpen the Terrific. I got a card trick.
Yeah, now they can see everything.
Yeah, I got a card trick. I don't have anything on my sleeves. Yeah.
You need it on?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I hope not. I hope I'm in a good boy. But we'll let you determine that. All right. And one of the ways we can tell whether or not I'm a good boy, or a nice guy, a nice man, is whether or not when I riffle through the deck. You know what the word riffle means, Penny?
Sort through it.
Well, it's kind of sort
Something
through.
like that.
Yeah, it's actually I take the deck and I just riffle through like that. Okay. So one of the things we're going to do here, Penny, is I'm going to riffle through the deck. As I riffle through the deck, we're going to see how good I am, because when you say stop, I have to stop. That's just the rule. When a woman says stop, man says stop, has to stop. Are you ready?
Now, do I leave my glasses on?
No, you just have to tell me as I riffle through the deck when to stop. Are you ready? Here we go. Oh, Penny, you're going to get in a lot of trouble here if you don't know when to say stop. We're going to try one. Thank you, Jim. So we're going to try this one more time. I'm going to riffle through the deck. You let me know when to say stop. Are you ready? We're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there. One more time here. Just let me know. Are you sure that's where you want me to stop? Okay. You go ahead and take this card. You take that card. Now, I am not going to look, Penny. You come stand right here behind the microphone. You show that card to everyone else. I'm just going to come over and say, hey, Jim, how you doing? Show that card.
Should I look at it?
Yeah, you should. You're going to have to know what that is. You got it? Everybody else know what it is?
Not yet.
Yeah, good. Now, Penny, could you take this deck and put that card back in the deck anywhere you'd like? Anywhere you'd like at all? All right, you got it in there?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and set aside for just a moment. Penny, no, you can't leave. You can't leave. So Penny, you've put the deck, you've definitely put the card in the deck. Absolutely, right? Now I'm a magician, so what am I supposed to do?
Find the card.
No, I just put the cards away. Just, well, maybe I'll try. You sure you put it back in the deck?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Maybe just hand me the deck holder there. Yeah, the cards there, right? The green thing. The green. Yeah, very good, Penny.
There's
Here we
nothing
go.
in it.
There's nothing in it. Yeah, well, we're just gonna put the whole deck in it, okay? I couldn't find your card, Penny. I'm not a very good magician apparently, which makes me a bad boy. So here, we're just gonna throw that over here. You know what happens to bad boys? They gotta be put in a straight jacket. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let you do the honors. All right? Have you ever put a man in a straight jacket before, Penny? Yes or no? Have you? Twice. Somebody's saying, yeah, it's happened to me one time. So I have a straight jacket here, okay? It's just a basic coat. You wouldn't mind helping me put my coat on now, would you?
No, I don't.
Oh, I didn't think you would mind at all. So I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to take the coat off just like this. Now, Penny, I'm going to put my arm in here, because that's what you do when you put on a coat, you put your arm in. And then here, could you, I don't know anything about your card, I can't find it. Here you go. Could you go ahead and put that in there? Here we go. And just go ahead and pull that up just like that. Very good. You're doing a great job, Penny. Could you go ahead and just like maybe connect those buckles? Can everybody see what she's doing back there? Can everybody kind of tell?
How tight?
Yeah, as tight as you like. As tight as you like.
Won't hurt me.
You won't hurt me. I don't think so anyway. So, I wouldn't have to go through this, ladies and gentlemen, if I had found her card. But under the circumstances, I think it's a fitting punishment, So, you think so? You guys agree? Yeah. So she's got. What are you doing?
If you can get out of it, then it'll be a
Did you hear it?
What about this last one? You want this?
What's it do?
One more.
Really? Yeah. Are you sure?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, MG, right?
Yeah, okay. So, wait, don't go anywhere. I mean, this is nothing right now. I'll tell you what. Here, Could you take that thing right there? Here, come across here and just move it right there a little bit. Alrighty? Yeah, just stand right over there. Just go right over there. I forgot to give anybody my keys. If I don't get out and when we go looking for my car, please, can you get that buckle? You got that there? If I can't get out, everybody put. Oh, what did you do?
I buckled it like you told me.
Wait a minute. There seems to be something missing.
Oh, I'm not gonna mess with
Oh,
that.
yeah. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Just go ahead. Just go ahead. Just grab that there, okay? Oh! Do you have children?
No.
Either do I, but I might like to have some someday. All right. I'm getting nervous now. This is making me really concerned. You got it all buckled in now? I'll tell you what, this microphone's in my way. Could you just maybe set it aside over there by that chair, but not in front of Mr. Masters? Over by the base. You know which one the base is? No, set it all the way over there by the base. Yeah, just get out of the way. I don't want to trip over any wires. All right.
There you go, Danny.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the lovely assistant, Penny! So here we are at Henry Turner Jr.'s listening room, and I feel a bit tied up at the moment. But somebody was telling me earlier, I think it was Reggie, said that if he saw, say, maybe Harry Houdini, but was able to dislocate his shoulder. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, anybody watching this, please do not try this trick at home. I still seem to be a little tied up here. I'm not going anywhere. But fortunately, I did come prepared. It was Fish Fry Friday. Oh, nice. So, once again, I have traveled a big, long way today to be here. Well, I didn't travel today. I actually drove my car. I can see my keys. Can we see my keys there? Yeah, I can see my key. And my key is pretty much inaccessible. I don't have any hands. But if I had hands, I'm pretty sure I could probably go think, well, you know, it's been nice knowing everybody here at Baton Rouge. Maybe if I could just get out of this. I think I found something of yours. Wait a minute, let me see. I think this might be it. Hold on, let me see. Is it that? That card is a real culprit. But, you know, I only had 2 or 3 minutes. It gets pretty warm up here on stage. Do you perchance remember what your card was?
Yes.
Oh, you do? Because I never saw it. But could anybody tell me this card? Look, anything like that. Thank you, Henry Jr. Thank you, Marcia Groff, and thank all of you and everybody on Facebook. I was a struggling performer looking for work as an actor, and I was fortunate to hook up with this company called Abra, Kid Abra. And I really liked Bill Bixby.
who didn't? You know, Bill Bixby was this extraordinary actor and director. As I was growing up, he was on a program called The Courtship of Eddie's Father, went on to do this program called The Magician, which I'd like to see rebooted with me in the starring role. Yeah, but Bill Bixby played this character, the Magician, and I think that was my first love of magic, was watching him. He was a good deed doer, and he was a magician, and that was like my first real love of the world of magic. But then that kind of got set aside, and I wasn't doing anything with magic, and magic was just all around the world, and I wasn't practicing the art. I wasn't getting any better. I was getting better at my acting. I was learning, you know, how to do dialects and funny faces and all sorts of acting kind of things, but I really wasn't doing any magic. And then I was struggling. I had spent 13 years at a TV station as a professional behind the scenes after leaving Los Angeles, and I had decided that when that career kind of hit an end, I was going to get back into performing. So I started applying, I started auditioning, and I had a contact who was constantly on the air at the TV station I worked for. His name was Josh, and Josh Ralph owned a company called Circus Kaput. He would come on the TV station and do his bit and pitch his stuff, and he ran an ad on Facebook looking for people to work for his company. It was called Circus Kaput. I answered that audition, and when I answered the audition, I knew who he was, and he kind of knew who I was because I was the engineer a lot of times when he was on the show. And I asked him what he needed, and he said, I need magicians, I need balloon artists, and I need jumpers. I said, okay, and that's the work, but what do you need from me for the audition? And he said, I need about 10 minutes. And I set out at that point to create a 10-minute audition of 3 things that I had little or limited knowledge. And as an actor, you often get roles where that you have to learn something about.
Right, so this is a great thing. All right, so I know you end up in Los Angeles. Let's fast forward to how you get there. What sparked you to go out to California?
Okay, I had done a stint at a radio station in Missouri. I was on air on weekends as a radio personality for a radio station called KFAO, KKCA radio in the heart of Missouri. And not only was I on air, I also wrote and sold radio copy. And that was my first exposure. I had done my undergraduate work as a computer scientist, and I wanted to do something else. I didn't really want to be a computer scientist. So I was looking for other routes and other things to do. I got into radio, and I began looking at a way to move my career forward. I was still relatively young. I was in my early 20s. And I looked at the programs at my alma mater, where I got my undergraduate in computer science, master's degree in speech and management, and this is radio, television, and film, which gave me the opportunity to produce and perform. And that became my goal, was to produce and perform my own songs and stories. It was kind of always my goal, was to produce and perform my own songs and stories. So they had a program in the Department of Communications. So I went and I applied to be a graduate student, a master's student, and the man was on that upon graduation come out to California. So I get out to California, and back in the day, the Drama Log was still the publication that struggling actors new to the area would use to find work. And one of the ads in the Drama Log looking for actors was a film being done called The Lawnmower Man. And I was working as a writer, director, and producer at Parker Patea Aerospace, because I had the connection there. Frank Rossio was in charge of that program, and they hired me on as an independent creative. And so I worked in their department, and at the same time started doing acting auditions. One of the auditions that I had the privilege to do was for this movie called The Lawnmower Man. It's an interesting film, and if you get a chance to see it, it stars Jeff Fahey as an individual who, it's sci-fi genre. He's and goes through and experiments to increase his mental capacity. He's literally a yard worker, and the doctor is played by a little-known actor, a very famous actor nowadays, known as Pierce Brosnan. I read for both the roles of those characters, because that's what you did. You came in, you sat down with the producers, and they rolled a camera. It was an on-camera audition, and I read for both the role of the doctor and the role of the lawnmower man.
Well, I thought that was interesting because, oftentimes in show business, everybody has a story.
Nice memory. It's a beautiful memory. Anybody today that is a celebrity or a star, from what I understand and from what I've seen, didn't start out with the idea, I'm going to be a Hollywood star. They started out with the idea, I'm going to be a working actor. I'm going to sell a script. I'm going to play a song. I'm going to get my music heard. I'm going to get some exposure. That's where you begin. If you have talent, if you have ability, and you're fortunate, you're lucky, you're in the right place at the right time. You make enough luck for yourself. The harder you work, the luckier you get. You might have somebody throw you a bone. You might get a breadcrumb. This is not an industry the entertainment industry is not a sector of society that you want to go in thinking that you're going to be the next style.
Thank you all.
Whoever is on your mind. I liked the guitar. I had a Stella, old cheap Stella classical guitar, nylon strings. I had a nylon string guitar, and that was the first instrument I attempted to learn to play. And I started playing guitar about middle school, it's called now, but it was junior high school. Maybe a little bit earlier, before I got maybe about 8 years old. There's a photograph of me in summer school taking a guitar class. So that was like my first experiences. I started with a book and songs like Captown Races, When Johnny Comes Marching Home. I did my first oral in Terp in 8th grade with Jonathan Livingston Seagull for my acting class. I hooked up with a man, a wonderful, wonderful human being. This is a shout out to my friend Kip James. Kip had relocated to St. Louis, Missouri, and we met outside the band room. We ended up having a wonderful songwriting partnership. He was a much better musician, classically trained. He played alto sax. And he played alto sax, and he played electric guitar. And he and I started a songwriting partnership. And through the years, in my entire high school years, we co-wrote up until some college days. And then actually I left college when I was doing my undergraduate briefly and went out to where he lived in rural Pennsylvania and spent some time out there. We did some early recordings of our material back then. But it was just that was my first songwriting partnership. Prior to that, I'd been writing poetry as a little kid. And then, yeah, I was writing poetry. And then we took that poetry to the next level. My creative writing poetry instructor in college called my work Diamonds in the Rough.